Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be the last video for the online class. And if you look at this, another good example of rips and webs section. And look at this example. It's a true projection, but it's a poor drafting practice because it gives the impression that the center portion is thick and solid mass. So if you don't show that, open up here, and nobody knows what is going to happen to this web. So the best thing to do is to look at the following example, and this is a conventional practice. I mean, it draw the way they draw it, and they don't give the false information impression of the object, the center portion. But this is the conventional practice used, whereas this example here is a true projection, but it's a poor drafting practice because it give the false impression that the center is thick and solid mass, whereas this they give did not give a false impression, but then they know the web is going to be is open here. And if you look at this, the next section here is the whole spokes and the keyways. If necessary, each of the rotated to properly aligned feature. Holes located around a bow circle are sometimes not aligned with the cutting plane line. The cutting plane passes through only one hole. This is true protection of the object, but poor drafting practices. In actual practice, the top hole is theoretically revolved to the cutting plane line and projected to the sectional view called aligning of feature. So what does it mean? That means when you look at this hole using the true projection, if you cut a section here, this is the true projection because you can see there's when you cut through here, you know this is all section here. You have you're gonna show one hole here, which is this hole here, but this is not the conventional practice. Is you can show the true projection, but it's the poor drafting practices. Whereas when you look at this, you're gonna have to show the hole, and even though we don't have the hole here, you still have to show the hole and to know that this round object here is the rotating around this center point. So when you show this little hole here, that means you're gonna get a hole here when this object turn around to this location. Doesn't matter where to turn, you know by looking at this section A, you know there's a hole here. Sometime when this hole get to this point, you're gonna get a hole no matter what. And this is also here to show it's gonna be another hole. So total, you're gonna be getting two holes at this two location. So we talk about the ribs and webs, and these ribs and webs sometimes do not align with cutting plane line. The cutting plane passes through only one web and only one hole. This is a true projection of the object, but poor drafting practices. In actual practice, one of the web is theoretically revolved up to the cutting plane line and projected to the sectional view. So if you look at this example here, and this is if you cut this section here, you're gonna see the ribs here, and you're gonna see hole, and you're gonna see another hole here. This hole, as you can see, is that hole there, but it's a true projection based on what you cut here. If you cut a section here, there's no hole here, therefore you don't want to show the hole. It's a true projection, but it's poor drafting practices. You would do this way rather because when you rotate this, no matter what, you're gonna get a hole here. So as this object rotate around this center point, this hole is gonna get to it. When this hole get to here, you're gonna get a hole over here. For the conventional practices, you do need to show the hole even though there's no hole here. This way, when people look at this section A, they know that there's gonna be a hole here if you rotate that round thing, this round object. So you're gonna get one hole here, even though the hole is not get to here, but it's good practice too, or the conventional practice to show the hole if this is the object can be rotated. And spokes and keyway, spokes and keyways and other important features sometimes do not align with the cutting plane line. The cutting plane line passing through only one spoke and misses the keyway completely. This is also a true projection of the object, but poor practices. What does that mean is, if you have this object here, if your cutting plane line passing through only one spoke and misses the keyway, see that keyway? The keyway is this keyway here, and if the keyway you cut through this section, but then if you miss the keyway, if you don't show the keyway, nobody knows there's a keyway there. So if you show this section here and you miss the spoke C, so the spoke C you didn't show at the bottom, you only halfway here, and then you also miss that the keyway is, you also eliminated the keyway, and it is based on what the way you cut it is the true projection, but it's not the good practice. But then if you do it the other way around, you're gonna have to show the keyway included here. You can see there's a keyway there. I'm gonna yellow this out, this keyway, and then your spoke B also show at the bottom. And this is the conventional practice, which is the in conventional practice, the spoke B is rotated to the cutting plane line, projected to the sectional view. So here, the spoke B projected to the section view. So this keyway is also projected as well. This is the conventional good practices. So we're gonna end this video here, and Thursday we're gonna go over the rest of the chapter. We're gonna finish up chapter 7 by Thursday. And for now, this online homework problem, you're gonna be doing problem 7-2. Center to view within the work area and make one view a full section. Use correct drafting practices for the ribs. So also you're gonna finish up the problem 7-3, same situation, and use the correct drafting practices for the whole, and make one view a full section. So you're gonna cut one section. Depend how you want to cut them. You're gonna show your section line, and then you're gonna show your section right next to this view. You don't have to show this view. The only thing you want to turn in is the section view and show where your section line is. And problem 7-4, same situation, and you're gonna make one view a full section, but you're gonna have to show where your section line is. So that means you would trace this and then show where the section line is, and then show the section view. And this halfway done with our chapter 7. This coming Thursday we're gonna finish up the rest, and then we're gonna finish up chapter 7 by Thursday.